bottoms up. I mean, garlic, butter, bacon, cheese, potato. How can you go wrong, man? Potato takes on flavors so beautifully. What's going on, everybody? My name is John Serwin, and this is my kitchen. Welcome. Today, I'm gonna show you how I made this. Smashed potatoes and a topping of some sour cream and gremolata. Show you the techniques and how it's done coming up. Stay tuned. Yeah, I was kind of racking my brain today, and I figured, you know what, let's do a potato side dish. Haven't done that in a little while, and these smashed potatoes I think are gonna be killer. If you could, why don't you go ahead and give a like to this video, let YouTube know that you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out here. That would be fantastic. Go ahead and give that like, and then if you could hit that subscribe button as well, that would be awesome. All right, without further ado, let's get to making these smashed potatoes. To start off our smashed potatoes, we are gonna bring, I think this is like a 6-quart saucepan, or not saucepan, I guess pot. Probably about a gallon of water, I'd say, in there. Gonna throw it on to some high heat, because we wanna get this boiling. I went to my local grocery store, and they actually had these mini red potatoes. So I'm gonna use these bad boys. If not, you could use Yukon Golds, Russets, red potatoes, those like little potato companies, anything that just is a smaller potato. Gonna put those bad boys on in, along with a big old 5-finger pinch of salt. Let's do 2 of them, why not? Make it like you're boiling the ocean, something like that, or boiling the sea. We're gonna let this come up to a boil, and just until those potatoes are fork tender. To top some of our smashed potatoes, let's make up a gremolata. Gremolata is like an Italian chimichurri, I guess, for lack of a better term. It's a bunch of parsley chopped up, some minced garlic. I'm gonna start out with 2, try it out, but 2 cloves of garlic. I'll take the zest of 1 lemon. And I don't know, I've tried this method, so you can sit here and go back and forth like this with the lemon and try and get everything but the pith, which is the white. Like, that's all you wanna get. You don't wanna get any deeper than that. So you can go around like this, which honestly I do quite a bit, but I've been seeing some techniques out there. You can go like this and just stripe the entire thing, and this method works out pretty well to me. There we are, that is 1 lemon that has been zested. That's all the zest right there. We'll save that lemon, see if it needs, see if we put any of the juice in there. Then we're just gonna take some olive oil. This is that garlic olive oil I have too, just to bring it together. We don't want it soupy or anything like that. I'm gonna go in 1 3-finger pinch of salt and give this a mix around. I could have probably chopped my parsley a little finer, but no big deal. Now we know for next time. Might go with a little bit extra olive oil. All right, a little bit more olive oil just to get it come together. I guess a chimichurri has some acid in there. We have the lemon zest, but no lemon. We could use lemon juice. Should we add lemon juice to it? You know what? Let's do it. We're gonna do the juice of half of a lemon to start with. Might not be conventional, but hey, we're unconventional. Now, if you don't have, I don't have my citrus squeezer handy. Seeds right there, so all I'm gonna do is just squeeze it right through my hands. Try and make sure I don't get any of those seeds in there. All right, we'll start out with half of a lemon. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be perfect. That's gonna be a nice acidic touch there. This, a little sour cream on those roasted smashed potatoes. Whoo! I think we're in business, folks. Give her a little taste test. Yeah. Let that sit for a nice half hour. Oh, that's gonna be really good on there. Ooh, almost. To make up our fat component of what we want to roast the smashed potatoes in, I am going in. I have 2 tablespoons of some unsalted butter. I couldn't decide if I wanted to go butter or bacon fat, so you know what I'm doing? Going a little bit of each. That's 2 tablespoons butter and 1 tablespoon of some bacon fat. I'm just using bacon up this time, but usually have some rendered bacon fat on hand. I just don't have any at this time. Do 1 pinch of salt, some fresh cracked black pepper, because you know what, we are going to be putting more on after we smash the potatoes. Some thyme. We'll go with about 1 teaspoon of thyme, so I like to measure it out kind of on my hand palm. Yeah, about a quarter size. I'm going to heat this up in the microwave to get it warmed through. About 30-second blast. Now that our fat is melted, I'm going to take 2 cloves of garlic, mince it in, or I guess microplane it in. Give it another little mix up. And we will be adding some Parmesan to the top too. You don't, if you have Parmigiano Reggiano on hand, feel free, but I just went regular American Parmesan. We don't need to go crazy fancy with this. All right, potatoes are almost done boiling. We're gonna let them cool slightly and start smashing them. You know what I think I decided, and it kind of just came to me now? Instead of doing sour cream and then the gremolata on top, I am just gonna make gremolata sour cream. Why not? We're gonna go in with, let's go 1/2 cup of sour cream and just mix it up to the consistency that we want. Why not combine it all together? This will be kind of like a dipping sauce now. I think this is gonna be fantastic. This could also be a great salad dressing. All right, let's give her a taste. That's gonna be awesome. We just grabbed our potatoes out. It only took them about 10, 15 minutes, I think, total to boil, because these are tiny little fellas. So I'm gonna let this cool down for a moment. We're gonna grab our 1/2 sheet pan, put down our silicone lined pad. If you didn't have a silicone pad, just go ahead and use some parchment paper, tin foil. Parchment paper seems to work second best besides these reusable silicone pads. I am gonna go down with just about 1 spoonful, maybe another, of our butter and bacon fat. Get it maneuvered around on our silicone, and then we will start smashing our potatoes on there. I also have the oven. I just set it to 425 degrees. We're gonna try and somewhat space these out, but ooh, yeah, okay, that's hot. Why am I doing that? Well, whatever, let's go for it. Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato. All right, not too shabby though. To smash these bad boys, first off, hey, let's get them coated up a little bit. Why not? Maneuver it around, watch them get coated. Well, some of them. That one didn't want to maneuver around. Man, smells good. Yum. I'm just going to take a piece of parchment paper and I got a heavy bottom rocks glass that has a flat bottom, and I'm just going to maneuver these and start smashing them. I should probably space it out to where I want it before I start doing that, but hey, live and learn, right? The parchment paper seems to keep it together pretty decently. I've tried it without parchment paper before, and yeah, I should definitely space these out to where I want them. I'm gonna get rid of some of these tiny, tiny fellas. All right, there we are. We didn't space them out too great, but hey, it'll still work out fine. It's just not gonna look the prettiest while cooking. We're gonna take some of our mixture, put it right on top. Let's go ahead and sprinkle some Parmesan cheese right on top. All right, into the oven we go at 425 degrees. It has now been 10 minutes, and that's what our smashed potatoes look like right now. We're gonna go ahead and give these a little bit of a flip. This little offset spatula, you know, like I use it for so much more than maybe what it's intended for. And you know what, while we're here, why not throw some parm on this side? All right, back in the oven at 450 now for about, we'll go 5 to 10 minutes. All right, another 10 minutes on the other side, and let's get it out of the oven. Woo! Man, oh man, look at those bad boys right there. Ooh, but that looks pretty good. Guess who's coming by, because he smells it. Oh, hey, Arch, are you a hungry boy? Nothing for you right now. I'll get you food in a little bit. I'm gonna let these cool down, and then we're gonna get plating and serving. All right, and there you have it, folks. Our smashed potatoes with a little sour cream gremolata. Gremolata being that parsley, lemon juice, garlic, salt, and yeah, sour cream. But yeah, take a look at these bad boys. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Back, front. I know I've had this conversation before, and I've said this before. I truly don't think there's a bad potato side dish. I can't think of a single one that is just like, ooh, no, that's gross. No, every single thing with a potato is delicious, and it's the greatest, I might go out on a limb and say the greatest side dish possible is a potato. Comment below if there's something better that you could think of, because honestly, I can't think of one. But yeah, simple technique. You could use these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Instead of fries, instead of roasted potatoes, instead of mashed potatoes, instead of baked potatoes, boom, you have this. But I'm really excited for this. Gremolata and sour cream. I think that would be awesome. Well, you know what? I think it's gonna be awesome, but there's really only one way to find out. We're gonna go au naturel. So, bottoms up. I mean, garlic, butter, bacon, cheese, potato. How can you go wrong, man? Potato takes on flavors so beautifully. That's fantastic. I mean, such a nice little change up from regular potatoes. But like I said, there's no bad potato dish. So, I'm hoping you're picking up on this crunch. Let's go in with a little bit of this sour cream gremolata on here. I think it's gonna be like bright, fresh, acidic, and a little bit, ooh, that's a little too much. A little bit of that fattiness from the sour cream. Bottoms up. Holy crap, that balance on there. You got that lemon zest, the acidity, and then the fattiness of that sour cream. A little bit of that tang of the garlic. It is, yeah, that is an awesome little, I'm gonna use that for other things too. That could be like, I wouldn't say in place of tzatziki, but it's giving me like a lemon yogurt vibe, and it's delicious. But yeah, give this a shot. It's a nice little side dish to accompany anything from a sandwich, from eggs, for a steak, pork chop. Sky's the limit, you know? Hope you give it a shot and let me know how it turns out. Make whatever sauce you want on the side. Dip it in ranch, dip it in blue cheese. Give this a shot though, because that Gremolata is pretty kick-ass. But yeah, thanks for coming by, guys. And just remember, you're only making food out of ingredients till you sit down and share them with the ones you love. Then it's a meal. All right, guys, much appreciated. Hopefully you got some use out of this video, and let me know if you do try this out and make it. Over here is a video that YouTube thinks you'll like, and here is a video that I think you'll like. Why don't you check them both out and let me know which one you like better. All right, guys, much appreciated. Until next time.